In this video, I'm going to cover 13 different strategies to get keywords for your SEO. And of course, not all of these will always work for all kinds of situations, but they often do. The first one is for local businesses. Make sure your city name, your zip code, nearby towns, your state, neighborhoods, they're all in there on your website so that Google can make sure to show you for all those searches. For example, if somebody's searching for a doctor in downtown San Francisco, well, downtown is a special neighborhood name that is present in San Francisco. Another way to get keywords is by thinking of what problems might my customer search for. Like if something happened to the plumbing, right? People will search for water is not running. But a person with a very similar problem might search for like the solution, fix plumbing. So number 2 is the problem search, like the problem is that water is not running. Number 3 is the solution, fix plumbing. So as long as you look at the situation from different perspectives of different people, you'll immediately uncover different keywords. And of course, synonyms. Use thesaurus.com. For example, just the word flip-flops, if you're selling shoes, flip-flops have like 10 different synonyms and different ways people call them in different cultures. And you want to make sure that you get all of those because let's say in the Japanese culture, they call flip-flops something else. You're going to miss all those potential buyers just because you don't have that keyword. So you want to make sure you get all the synonyms. And Thesaurus doesn't list all the synonyms across cultures, but it is a very good start. Now let's continue. The 5th strategy is to talk to customers during sales and during customer support. If you're not the salesperson at your company, at times participate in the sales calls and things like that, just to listen to those conversations because your customers will phrase things differently than you do internally. And you want to listen to those. Of course, you want to, just like you listen to speech, you want to be attuned to writing. So looking at client emails, written communications, that's another way. Of course, you want to look at competitor blogs, websites, and product listings because, of course, they're using the keywords right there. And you just want to make sure that you're not missing any keywords that they have. Of course, you want to have additional keywords, and probably you will if you go through this whole checklist and pick up keywords. But at the same time, there's very low-hanging fruit because they probably already have done the keyword research, so you can get the basic keywords from them. And of course, there's search engine auto suggestions. If you're not sure what that is, I'm going to show you. Buy car. Of course, these are the auto suggestions, right? This is just a silly example, but here's another one. Buy flip-flops. And then so you can see different things. And some of them might apply to your business. Some might not apply. The important thing to watch for is that don't just rely on Google for this. Go to Amazon. You see, when I searched Amazon, they gave me different suggestions, obviously, because these are more shopping related. And you want to do different types of searches. So like slippers, here it's very similar. But what if we just do shoes? Again, pretty similar because it's shoe related. But like if you search for toy, they'll give you different kind of suggestions. So you just want to play around with the variations because for different variations of keywords, they're going to give you different suggestions. And if you want to do competitor keyword research, all you do is pick a competitor site, like I'm going to do here, for example, this BHG. Of course, there are sophisticated tools for getting their keywords they're trying to rank for, but actually you don't need that because the most important keywords are going to be in this title. Every page has a title. Generally, people put their keywords here. Basically, the main keyword is how to make a cake from scratch. And also, you'll look at secondary keywords by clicking on Chrome, Control right click. You can also do this from the menu. From the menu, it would look like this: View, Developer, View Source, and it will show you the HTML for this. You don't have to read it. All you do is Control F, and you go to Title, and you search for the title. Here, it's identical as the title on the actual page. This is the meta title, and right under that, you have the meta description, so you can read additional keywords they're trying to rank for. Let's look at it together. See, they say whether you need a birthday cake. They kind of snuck in birthday cake just to get that keyword in there. Holiday cake, right? That's not a coincidence. Holiday cake is a keyword. Kitchen tips, scrumptious is a keyword, right? So you can kind of see what keywords they're targeting and immediately take those keywords for you, put it in the back of your mind, note them down. Eventually, those will be good keywords for you to research at first and then target with your website later. So let's continue with our keyword idea list. The next idea is abbreviations and acronyms. Think of how many ways you can say New York, New York, NYC, New York City. Of course, search engines are smart enough to group you into the same thing. They know that New York NY is NYC. They know that. But just to be safe, you want to make sure you cover that and mention all those variations at different times on your site. And even look at San Francisco. It's like crazy. SF, Frisco, San Francisco, SF Bay Area. If you keep going, Google shows related searches at the bottom of search results. I'll show you how that looks like. When we search any term, at the very bottom, you see when we use the search that we used before, how to bake a cake, if we scroll all the way down, Google is going to give you different variations of this keyword right here. Oh, how to bake a chocolate cake, amazing. Simple cake for beginners. You see, these are all step by step. These are all keywords. Cake recipe, these are all keywords from scratch. So right away, you don't want to just settle on that. Of course, you want to write these down, note them, create a content strategy for targeting them, decide if these are good keywords for you, but then put these as starting points in your keyword tool and see what other keyword ideas your keyword tool will give you. And you can keep going around more and more different keywords like that, and then try those different variations it gives you and put those variations back into here. And so you can see how you can get many unique keywords. Not to mention the answer box, right? They will also give you some ideas for keywords right here. And this thing just keeps having more answers. You can infinitely go through this. Just pick your keywords, and you'll have nearly an infinite number to choose from. And of course, after that, you'll go through the process of choosing the priority for them. And just to show you that you don't want to over rely on the keyword tools. Keyword tools are just one of all of these ideas. You see, it's just one of many ideas. And some people worry about plural singular, like flip-flop, flip-flops. Search engines are smart enough to decipher that at least. So don't worry about the plural singular, and just let's keep going. Now there's this idea of stemming. Basically, if you look at the word play, it's a stem for different variations of this word: playing, playful, player. And some of these words aren't the same thing. Like a play is not the same as a player. You would think that search engines are smart enough, but I wouldn't assume. So I would actually, just to be safe, use these keywords. Often they will be smart enough, but I wouldn't let them handle it. I would make sure that you have mentions of each version of this. And another strategy is for a customer to qualify themselves. What that means is, like, if I have a productivity mobile app and I need a business plan for it, I'm going to search for business plan for a productivity app. So the thing that I need is in the search. Or like if I'm a dentist, I would search for like marketing for a dentist. So when the person talks about themselves, they're a dentist. When they qualify themselves, those are fantastic searches to get in front of, because they're looking for something specific for them. And if you can offer that, that gets you a good lead. So that's another way to get keywords and structure your site to make sure that you are a match for when people search that way. So these are all these creative ways and different ways to get keyword ideas. So I hope you try to make use of them, because they are really helpful. And the more keywords you get, the more potential traffic you'll have. So this is very important. So please try to actually apply it right now to your site. And as an exercise, try to get more keywords for your site now.